It's time to go around the NFL right here on ESPN 1000 and streaming on the ESPN Chicago app. We'll hear from Mike Greenberg coming up at 10, then Carmen and Yurko 12 to 12:30 into a White Sox doubleheader against the Kansas City Royals. And after the Sox and Royals, it's Bleck and Abdallah. Around the NFL, here's Shea Norling. Shea?
All right, a couple mock drafts came out this week. Yesterday, Peter Schrager, NFL.com, poured a little more gas on a building fire. We had Brad Biggs earlier in the week suggest that the Bears, even with Malik Neighbors on the board at number 9, would trade out of that pick and move down in the draft. Just heard from Albert Breer. It feels kind of mysterious, but Poles could move up. He could move down. We are hearing a lot more about Poles potentially moving that pick. Peter Schrager's mock draft, with the first overall pick, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams. No surprise. Second pick, Jaden Daniels goes to Washington.
Let's go, Mike.
Third pick, Drake May goes to New England. Look at my prayer circle, Hoodie.
Yes, it is
Look at
working.
the work that my prayer circle has done. Drake May, New England Patriot.
The candles are working.
Your prayer circle hasn't done blank. What has it done? Bunch of goofs in polyester are making mock drafts? Damn.
Why?
If the pick happens and you get him, then you could crow about your prayer circle. You better hope he's good. He's better than you are at second base. But right now, your prayer circle hasn't done blank.
It's working.
Okay, you don't have to be such a dream killer.
Yeah, I know.
He wants
It's crazy.
He wants Drake May for his football team.
We'll find out next Thursday night.
Okay, well, I mean, there's things that you and I wish for our teams too. Sometimes they come true, sometimes they don't. There's no need to be that harsh against Shea.
I'm not being harsh. I'm bringing reality to the situation.
Yes, I bring reality to the situation. I'm a bad guy. You bring your reality to the situation. I'm just being honest. Bam!
I'm just telling you.
Okay. It makes no sense. You don't have to do that. Let's move on, Shea. What's for?
You suck, kid. Just being honest.
Just being honest,
Just being
kid.
honest. Number 4.
He might suck.
The New York Giants trade up with the Arizona Cardinals, select J.J. McCarthy. 4 quarterbacks off the board in the first 4 picks.
Now, hold on a second. Now, 4 would be, you said the Giants would be at 4, right?
Yep. Moving up.
Okay. You want to make that mistake twice? Go ahead.
So effectively, the draft
Pretty good,
begins.
kid.
No, not pretty good, kid. No. I watch a lot more of J.J. McCarthy. You're just getting stuff from maybe a source on your text or just reading mocks. I put the work in. I just know that he needs time. I'm watching the games.
And so have I.
No.
I watched a lot of Michigan.
No.
Yes.
Being at Bed Bath & Beyond is not you watching J.J. McCarthy on Saturdays. I'm going for my walk. Bop, bop, bop. Screw college football. Bop, bop, bop. I'm watching.
He's pretty good, kid. And
You base that on nothing. You base that on what you read. It's not you watching those games?
No.
You were there every Saturday watching them, right?
I probably saw 8 games of Michigan. Yeah. And I'm just telling you, he could sit behind Daniel Jones for a year,
Okay.
maybe 2, and then they hand him the keys.
On his way.
He's on his way.
Yeah.
Pretty good, kid. Take that.
What is that based on, though? Pretty good kid what? If he's so good, shouldn't he start day 1? What is it? It's not based on anything.
No, he doesn't have to start day 1. Patrick Mahomes didn't. Aaron Rodgers didn't.
But there is no stamp of pretty good kid if he's not playing.
The plan is pretty good.
The plan's pretty good, kid.
Yes.
What about the quarterback? Is he a pretty good kid?
I think he's going to be a good pro. I do.
All right.
But I think he's a couple years away. He's only 21 years of age.
I just want you to just tell me
He's
where
a baby.
I just want to know where the pretty good kid was. Was it just for the player or the plan?
Both.
You said the plan.
I like the player.
Okay.
The plan, if he could sit a bit, he could be a good player.
Daniel Jones, okay. Then J.J. McCarthy, okay. They can't seem to get the cornerback right, okay. They can't get it right. Back after this. All right, what's 5, Shea?
All right. So the draft with 4 quarterbacks in the first 4 picks basically begins at 5 with the Los Angeles Chargers, who select Marvin Harrison Jr. Jim Harbaugh's propaganda routine to get J.J. McCarthy off the board works.
Wow.
Gets himself MHJ. Wow. At 6, the Arizona Cardinals, who traded down with New York, select Rome Odunze. And the Bears' dreams of Odunze and Williams go bye-bye. Joe Walt comes off the board at 7. Dallas Turner comes off the board at 8. And here is where Schrager added to the growing fire of the Bears moving the 9th pick. The Indianapolis Colts trade up to 9 and select wide receiver Malik Neighbors. That is 2 reporters in Biggs, who is local and connected at Alice Hall, and now Schrager, who said in this piece he is basing this mock draft not on what he would do, but what he is hearing teams are likely to do. 2 connected reporters have the Bears trading out with Malik Neighbors on the board this week.
You notice Breer also floated that as well with our report an hour ago. He said that there could be smoke and fire with the Bears and Colts making a deal. He brought that up.
He did. But he also said there's also been the Bears investigating trading up to see if they can get one of the skill position players on the wide receivers. So, but
could you imagine, Cap?
I believe, and I've told you this for a long time, that Pole's favorite receiver in the class is Neighbors. I believed that for months.
And you think, and again, this is just a mock, but do you think Neighbors would be there at 9?
No.
Yeah, so you'd have to go up and get him.
He did have some character stuff. He had a gun incident on Bourbon Street.
Yep.
Supposedly that's all been cleared, and they're okay with where they're at. But if he's on the board, I'd be surprised if they didn't take him. Maybe they move. But, yeah, it's going to be a free-for-all that night. When we get to 9 and they, okay, trade out. If you're going to get a good player at like 12 and I'm getting some capital for doing it, let's go. I'm good with any of it.
Mm-hmm. So this trade would move him to 15.
I've been consistent, though. I like taking a player at 9. Let me be clear.
They would get a future second-round pick, and they would pick 15th in the first round. Off the board, Brock Bowers, Terrion Arnold, Laiatu Latu, Olu Fashanu, and Talise Fuaga. Mm-hmm. At 15, Schrager has the Bears selecting J.C. Latham, tackle out of Alabama.
Yep, that'll work. Absolutely. Let's go.
I don't know J.C. Latham very well.
There's a lot of
much more insight on him. I was too busy locked in on J.J. McCarthy and on Marvin Harrison Jr. But look, I want an impactful guy, and if there's one on the board at 9, I'd love to see him get it. If not, and he says we trade, I ride with Poles, man. That's it.
There's a lot of J.C. Latham steam right now. I think Chris Sims this week said J.C. Latham will be the best tackle in this draft.
Wow.
Schrager says in the piece.
He also liked Kellen Mond.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's genius. I'm just saying that there is steam in this piece. Schrager also says that there are teams that like Latham enough. He could be the second tackle off the board after Joe Alt, who will, of course, be the first. So could be getting a pretty good player here in the middle of the first round, who they left on the board. Another offensive lineman, Fatanu, out of Washington. Quinyon Mitchell, the corner out of Jacksonville, they're not super interested in. Mm-hmm. Byron Murphy, defensive tackle out of Texas. And my heartthrob, Jared Verse, Florida State edge rusher.
Yeah, I'm hearing the Bears love Byron Murphy. Love. Not like, love.
And he fits Eberflus's profile.
Yeah, he's like a DeForest Buckner inside, right next to Montez Sweat. Oh, okay, I'm okay.
Disruptive player for Texas, played at a high level. Is Tommy there? Tom Waddle's going to be with us for Waddle Wednesday here on ESPN 1000. Tommy and Sylvie got a chance to talk to Mel Kiper on what the Bears should do at 9.
I think they have 2 options. I really do. I thought about this a lot during the course of the weekend and talking to people in the league and friends and everybody that have an opinion, and they try to put it all together. But I think Rome Odunze, if he's there, you don't think about it, you just take him. And you have to be prepared for all the options. That's what these teams are doing these weeks, preparing for any possible scenario. And what do we do? If this happens, how do we deal with it? What's our decision going to be? You don't have 2 hours to think about it. So at the end of the day, if Romo Odunze happens to slide to 9, I'm taking him.
If he's there at 9. He says he takes Odunze. Okay. You're filling the bill, man. Look, well, you got the best quarterback arguably in the draft, and you've done all this work in free agency. Hey, man, you're just filling in the rest. That's all. You're filling in the rest with quality. You're trying to.
That wide receiver room's a little suspect right now. Mm-hmm. You've got 2 good players, obviously. DJ and Keenan Allen. Who's your third? Tyler Scott?
Who has a third receiver in the league, though? It's deeper than most receiver rooms. Look around this league. Ain't nobody got 3 stud receivers.
Well, I'm not saying it has to be a stud, but who is our number 3? Dante Pettis? Tyler Scott?
It's Tyler Scott, I think.
Yeah.
Waddle Wednesday with Tommy coming up right around the corner on the Cap and J Hood
awake?
Morning.
You there, Tom?
Looks like he's not. On the Cap and J Hood Morning Show.